Hello, welcome back. So we are going to be looking at fractional radical expressions. We don't call them rational expressions because they have a radical in them. Thus, they could be an irrational number. Haha. So, in order to simplify radical expressions, we want to make sure that we don't have any numerators, so no radicals in the numerators. Okay, so no radicals in the numerator. Okay, so we want to make sure of that. Okay, now we're going to actually begin with an example. So I want to simplify this radical expression. So here I have square root of x plus 1 over the square root of x all over x. Okay? So normally if we have a rational expression, we want to create just one expression here by finding the common denominator. So I'm going to rewrite this as the square root of x over 1 plus 1 over square root x. If you notice, we have 1 and square root x, so my common denominator that I'm going to create is square root x. That will be my LCD. Therefore, I'm going to have root x times root x, which would be root x squared, plus 1 all over square root x once I combine because of these, right? Now, recall square root of x squared is just x. So we have x plus 1 over the square root of x, and that's all in my denominator. Okay, so I'm going to extend this line. In our numerator, we just have x, right? So therefore, I have this. Now, recall, x plus 1 over the square root x divided by x over 1, right? It's the same thing as multiplying x over 1 by the reciprocal. So here, this is really x plus 1 over square root x times 1 over x. If you notice, this is just going to be x plus 1 over x times square root x. This is simplified. Remember, going back here, no radicals in the numerator. I don't have any radicals in my numerator here. Therefore, I am done. I can't cancel this out, right? Because these aren't factors. So this is my simplified answer. Now, similar to how we rationalize denominators, I'm going to show you an example how we rationalize numerators. So rationalizing numerators. And how we do that is the same as rationalizing denominators. Remember that word conjugate? What do? We multiply the numerator. Separate word. We multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugate. Okay, so for instance, we'll look at this example. So let's say we have square root of x plus 3 minus the square root of x all over 3. Therefore, the conjugate of the numerator here, let me make note, so that means our conjugate is going to be square root of x plus 3 plus square root of x. Hence, I'm going to multiply the numerator and denominator by this. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to rewrite my work over here. So I'm going to have square root of x plus 3 minus square root of x times its conjugate, which is square root of x plus 3 plus x, and then on the bottom I'm going to have 3 times the square root of x plus 3, plus square root of x, let's fix that, and then plus square root of x. Okay, so look, this is my conjugate. Remember, I have to multiply the numerator and the denominator because I want to make sure I don't change the value of my fraction. Okay, so let's go ahead and follow through with our work. So I'm going to just distribute twice, so this times this, this times this, this times this, and then this times this. right? And then the same thing here. I have this times this, and then this times this. So here in my numerator, let's use purple. My numerator, I have the square root of x plus 3 squared plus square root of x times the square root of x plus 3 minus the square root of x times square root of x plus 3 plus the square root of x squared, or minus. Thank you. Okay, so minus, need the brush. There we go. And then on the bottom we have 3 times the square root of x plus 3 plus 3 root x. Right? So therefore, what cancels? Boom, we have here and here. So therefore, square root of x plus 3 squared is the same thing as x plus 3. Oh, and this should be squared as well. The square root of x squared is the same thing as x. And then therefore we have this all over 3 times the square root of x plus 3 plus 3 root x. Therefore, all I have left is 3 over, and then it probably would have been best to keep this factored. Let's keep that in mind. We'll keep this factored because now we can easily identify that I can cancel out these 3's. So my final simplified answer would be 1 over the square root of x plus 3 plus square root x. Okay, my final answer. Now, what I want you to think about is what would be the restrictions in the domain here. All right, hope you enjoyed. Take care.